What exactly is a professional psychic medium?
Well, a psychic medium is two parts. So a psychic has the ability to kind of connect with the client's energy and talk about what's happening in their life right now, validate things from their past, and to kind of project what's coming up for them in their future. The mediumship portion of the work is making connections with people who've crossed over, talking to people in the spirit world, and that's what people kind of came to know me for when I was doing a show called Crossing Over.
So, John, how does this work? Do spirits actually come up and just start talking to you?
Well, what happens is I sit with a client, and I open up to their energy, and previously I'm kind of in the right place to do it, like through meditation and prayer, and then I allow the energy of whoever's around the person that I'm reading to kind of come through. So think like a surgeon. A surgeon kind of prepares to go into surgery, gowns up, masks, scrubs in, does the surgery, and then when they're done, kind of comes out of it and shuts down. So it's the same thing for me. I kind of open up, and then I do my job, and then whoever's going to come through, and then I kind of power down.
Tell us about the first time you experienced a psychic event.
Well, there's the psychic event that I experienced when I had a little bit of awareness, and then there was the psychic experiences that I had before when I said I was clueless. So the clueless part comes when I didn't have the idea of it. And I think my earliest would be seeing my maternal grandfather when I was very, very young. I kept having this image of my grandfather showing up, and I would see this man, and I never met him in life. He had passed, the decade before I was born. So I used to call him my little old man friend because he would appear and show up in my dreams, and I would see him from time to time. But that's probably my earliest, and knowing things and experiencing things in a precognitive way where I had an understanding that certain things were going to happen. That was the clueless part. The non-clueless part was pretty immediate right after I started developing and working with different tools like astrology and tarot and numerology and cards. I had started to do some, readings for my cousins, and then within weeks of me doing those readings, they would call me up and say, "Oh my God, that was amazing. Can you do it again? And can I bring 5 friends?"
Wow.
Like that was after I kind of worked at harnessing it.
John, do you ever get tired of, hanging out with your friends and them bugging you to do a reading on them?
No, because the people who know me, they kind of are really respectful and understanding of it. Like, they get it. And they know that we have an understanding that if there's something that they need to know, they need permission that we can say that. It works to the opposite for the people that really know me, because they know that I'm accurate at what I do, and a lot of people are afraid at looking at realities in their lives. So if anything, it's the opposite. Sometimes they don't want to hear what I have to say, or they're afraid to hear what I might have to say.
You've been on many big shows over the years to demonstrate your abilities, Oprah, Larry King Live, the list goes on. What made you start doing that?
I think necessity. I started doing private clients, and then from doing private clients, I wound up doing groups. And I've always seen this as being an opportunity to teach. And for me, I didn't really have an interest in being on television. I quite honestly, I still don't. But I like the idea and the concept of getting information out there. So for me, radio, I loved radio. So I would go on the radio, and I would have conversations, and I would take callers, and I would answer questions. And I had a really normal life because people didn't know what I looked like. Like, I was able to do my job and then, go about my business. I could have been, I remember literally one time being on the radio and going into a local deli right after I was off the air, and they were replaying some of the readings, and I was standing online ordering an egg sandwich while people were listening to the radio, and the readings were happening, and the people that were listening that were like getting ready to order was like, this is amazing, this is so cool, this is inspiring. And I kind of felt like, this is cool. Like, they get it. Like, they really get it. So I wanted to reach more people. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to write a book. So I did. I wrote a book, and I wanted to talk about what my journey was like and what I learned. And the publishing house said to me, well, we need you to go on television to promote it. And I said, no, I don't do TV. I do radio. And I remember the publishing person said, oh, that's nice for you. But if you don't go on television, we won't publish your book. And I was like, what? And it's like, radio doesn't sell books, TV sells books. And this was going back like 20 years. And I was like, okay, so out of sheer necessity of having to promote the book and to get the book published, that's literally how TV happened. And then I met a pair of producers who said, would you like to do your own show? I said, I'd like to do a national call, preferably late at night. And they said, no, we were thinking more TV. And I laughed. I said, nobody's going to put me on TV doing this. Like, are you guys, like, clueless? Like, this is crazy. Like, who's going to, like, watch a show about me talking to dead people? And then within, like, 6 months, we were doing a pilot, and then within 6 months of that, Crossing Over debuted. So my own kind of, like, I'm not interested in this got in the way of my recognizing that other people would actually watch it. And it's been an amazing journey. But that was literally how it unfolded.
Well, you're coming to Edmonton September 22nd at the Hilton West Edmonton, 16615 119th Avenue. Have you ever been to Edmonton before?
A couple of times. And I tell people, if you don't call the venue. If you have any information, or if you want to know anything about the event, just go to johnedward.net. No S on Edward. It's johnedward.net. You can get tickets there, or you can inquire there about the event.
What can folks expect to see at your show?
Pretty much Crossing Over live, because the TV show Crossing Over was derived from people coming to watch my live events. And they said, we don't want to do anything that's contrived. We want to actually just point cameras at you. And I went, okay. And that's pretty much what Crossing Over became. Crossing Over was basically like, if you came to a John Edward event, that's what you would see. Except what you're going to see is like Crossing Over, but the 2015 version of John Edward. Meaning I do a lot of teaching as opposed to just reading. So I'll answer as many questions and I'll do as many readings as I can, but I explain them a little bit more in depth and help people to participate in some way in the audience, like so they kind of feel like they're interactive.
Psychic medium John Edwards, pleasure having you on the show, John, and can't wait to see you when you come to Edmonton September 22nd.
Thank you so much. I'd love to have you as my guest. Come on down.